What's going on, guys? My name's Sebastian. This is Resale Junkie. If you're new here, my wife and I, we resell used clothing for a full-time living from home. Today, what we're going to talk about is eBay's bulk shipping tool and why you should be using it to speed up your process when shipping more than a few items. Now, this doesn't pertain if you have a bunch of different size items that are like weird shapes and sizes and weights that you need to compare and all that. But if you have a bunch of things like clothing like I have here, this will save you a bunch of time and a bunch of effort, which will make you more money. So all we're gonna do is jump into our computer right now. I'm gonna show you what that looks like, and then I'm actually gonna show you what Pirate Ship looks like. So Pirate Ship is a whole nother piece of software, website that you can use to create USPS labels, and we're gonna talk about why it's helpful sometimes, but sometimes why it's not helpful. So let's just jump right into it. Before we go any further, before we talk about the computer stuff, I just wanted to kind of stop and show you guys how our business handles this process. So we actually have an assistant. We pay him $5 an hour. He lives in the Philippines. His name's Loretto. You can learn more about him in the blog post below. I'll link that down there for you guys. But pretty much he does our listings for us. So our system is a little bit different. We need to have the shipping weights and the dimensions and stuff ready for him so he can input it and then create labels for us. So that's actually another task he does. So everything you're gonna see in the computer is already gonna have weights associated with it. But if you didn't have that, pretty much all you gotta do is take your little fancy scale, get a measuring tape, weigh and measure your stuff. It's not a big deal. It's not rocket science. I'll show you guys where to plug it in here in a second. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of just throw this little pro tip in there. Weighing and measuring your items before you actually list them will help speed up a little bit of time. And when things sell, it won't be such a chore to be like, oh, I gotta go weigh and measure and do all these things and figure this out. You've already done it. So you kind of just reap the rewards and just create the shipping label and you're done. It just expedites the process. It's the way that we like to do it. And for us, it's kind of necessary since, again, our assistant does our shipping labels for us. He is sick today. That's why I'm creating this video to help you guys out and to show you how to actually do this quickly and efficiently. So the next thing I'm gonna do is just go into the computer. I'm gonna plug in all the weights that I already have, again, pre-measured and all that good stuff for these items. And then we're gonna go through these and just get them all shipped. So we're gonna jump into this right now. We're gonna go into my eBay or Seller Hub. If you don't know about my eBay and Seller Hub, you should watch the last video. I'll post it up here. It'll help you kind of understand a little bit of the interface of eBay. If you haven't watched our Getting Started series, make sure you watch that first before going into the bulk shipping tools, because honestly, you need to know those steps before you get here. So what we're gonna do is hop into print labels and ship. Now, again, this back interface might look a little bit different than yours, but just bear along, it should be the exact same principle. Now, when we go in here, we're gonna scroll down, we're gonna see all of these custom labels are already filled out with the ounce weights. So we're not gonna be measuring and weighing stuff because, again, we've already done it. So all we're gonna do is go in here, up here where there's this little square toggle, we're just gonna toggle that on. So now you can see everything is selected, which is great. But one thing that I want to be very careful about is selecting things that I don't have the weight or that I need to figure out and calculate and see what the cheapest carrier is going to be. So say this weighed 1,000,000 pounds and it was this big. I would want to compare it between FedEx and UPS and just see what the cheapest way for me to ship that item would be. So I would take a little bit more time than doing this bulk shipping tool. I also don't think you can do FedEx and UPS through the bulk shipping tool still, so that's also an issue. So for things like that, just be careful. For anything like this, that's mostly clothing, so 99% of the stuff is gonna be clothing, so I'm just gonna select all of it except for the one thing that I know sold that wasn't a piece of clothing, which was this fan, okay? So I'm gonna bounce out of here. We're gonna hop into this. So what we're gonna do now is we have everything selected. We're just gonna scroll up. We're gonna select shipping. We're gonna press print shipping labels or invoices. Now, again, none of this is rocket science, guys. You'd probably figure this all out eventually by yourself, but I just wanted to make this video because I'm doing it. It's a rare thing that I'm doing this, so I wanted to help you guys. Okay, the next page that loads is this nonsense. Just press continue. Don't worry about anything else. There's nothing really that vital on this page. So it's going to load up again. Now you're going to get to the main buy labels page, which is going to look a little bit different than the singular label buy page. It's laid out quite differently. So now when we scroll through here, we see all of those items that we selected. We see this predetermined shipping, which again, guys, for us, since we have our employee, he pre-plugs all of this in. This saves so much time. If I didn't do this right now, I'd be going through all these 25 items that sold, and I'd be having to weigh every single one of them. All I'm doing, for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna show you how to weigh one item and plug it in, but all I'm doing is just going in here and pressing review purchase and printing labels, and like that's it, I'm done, which is great. There's gonna be a couple items that I'll have to go in and manually plug in, but it's not a big deal. So now, again, as you can see, we're scrolling through here. We're just gonna see all of these items. And again, most of these things are going first class, as you can see. This one is going priority mail flat rate. So if you don't know about shipping stuff, again, watch our beginner videos. They're gonna help you a lot. We cover all of these supplies, all these free supplies of that. But besides that, we're going to hop in here and we're going to show you how to weigh and measure one of these items and then just plug it all in. I already have this shirt packed up. It's the Charles Thurwit shirt. Sorry, I always have an issue saying that. It's that shirt going out to this person. So all I'm going to do is take this, I'm going to pop it on the scale. I'm going to see what it weighs, 9.6 ounces. I'm going to grab it. I'm just going to throw it to the side. That's just the way I do it. I like to get things off the scale immediately when I'm done with them for whatever reason. I'm going to go in here and it already says 10 ounces. Now, all of these service providers, they want you to round up. So if it's 9.6, just do 10 ounces. I've never gotten in trouble or anything has happened if I put 9 instead of 10. But I just like to round up just to make life a little bit easier and not to get kicked back later on. So I would have 10 ounces selected there. And if that thing would change, let me just show you. So we'll put 9 ounces instead. And then you press enter. It fetches the updated quote. And as you can see, going from 9 ounces to 10 ounces is the exact same price. So nothing changes there. It's important to note that anything under a pound doesn't need the dimensional measurements, okay? So that's why all I did for this was just weigh it. It's absolutely awesome. If it's under 16 ounces, guys, all you need is the weight. So just remember that. That's a pro tip. That's why in here, it doesn't even ask you for the measurements. But say this was a little bit bigger, we'd go in here, priority. Now, all of a sudden, we see the measurements pop up, okay? So this page will change depending on the shipping carrier and all that. And this is awesome. So I just learned this. So this is why these videos are great, guys. I haven't done this in a long time. And earlier in this video, I just told you that FedEx and UPS don't work through the bulk shipping tool. I was wrong. I was completely wrong. So we're learning things together, which is kind of cool. So as you can clearly see, we both have FedEx and UPS rates, as well as the USPS normal rates that we always have had. This is really cool. This is a game changer. It's nice that you can see everything in one page. Whereas like before, you would have to go into PayPal to see UPS rates. You'd have to individually do the FedEx ones if you wanted to see those. The bulk shipping tool only used to work for USPS. So this is a major step in productivity as far as eBay is concerned. So that's really cool. Really, really cool. But for the purpose of this video, we're just going to go back in here. We're going to select first class. We're going to go back to where we were. Okay. So I'm just going to go in here, make sure all these weights are correct, make sure everything is cool. I'm going to pack everything up. I'm going to print the labels. That's it. Nothing more to it. I'm done. I'll show you guys all of that here in a second. Pro tip, when you're getting ready to start shipping stuff, get all the mailers you need out. So right now it's a little bit cluttered right here. I'm going to reorganize a couple things. I'm going to move this tote off before I actually start shipping. But get your mailers out. So you can see I have a stack of poly bags here. I have a stack of legal flat rates. And then down below I have a couple large bags, which I will grab here in a second. But yeah, just have your station set up and make it as fast as possible to get things packed and shipped. Because literally in this case, time is money, guys. So just want to show you guys real quick while I'm in the middle of this. This is a jacket. It weighs over 2 pounds and it's quite a large bag. See, that's my head next to the bag. So if you go into eBay, you see USPS priority mail. There's the weight and there's the dimensions of the box, and it costs $13.09 to ship. Now that kind of sucks because this jacket didn't sell for a lot of money, and yeah, we're gonna lose money on that at that point. But going into pirate ship, you see it says priority mail cubic. It doesn't just say priority mail. Look at that, $9.62. Same exact service, same time frame, same everything, but pirate ship gives you access to the cubic dimensional rates, guys. eBay does not give you that, okay? That is the reason we still use pirate ship. That $4 right there, think about that over the course of a year. Think about, you know, if you're shipping 300 packages like that you're saving money on over the course of the year, it's thousands of dollars that we're talking about. So these little things will make you a better seller, whether it's on eBay, Amazon, Mercari, Etsy, it doesn't matter, guys. Knowing these tricks and knowing how to work this game will make you money. That's a jam. That's a fail. This happens sometimes when you let the paper kind of stack up on itself all weird. This happens. Today has been so freaking annoying. Wow. So all I'm doing right now is taking all these bags that are open still. You can see what items in there. And matching up the label to the eBay information as far as the buyer's information is concerned. That's all we're doing right now, so let's get through all this. Pretty cool pile, huh? So yeah, this is all that stuff from that one bulk shipping tool list. Now, thing to know about eBay, when you do the scan form and you do the bulk shipping tool, the scan form will only pertain to this amount of stuff, okay? So if you do this again, you'll have to create a whole new scan form for that batch of stuff. What we're gonna do now is gonna show you the difference between shipping on pirate ship and shipping on eBay, and why we do prefer using pirate ship most of the time. So we're gonna jump into that. But first, I'm gonna just finish wrapping up some of these packages, and I'm gonna show you where we leave stuff downstairs for the postal person to pick up. So let's head down there now. That is the post office right there outside my window. They're picking up our stuff right now. Look how snowy it is out there.
Is it cold outside?
It's so cold outside.
I don't want to take packages to the post office. Great. Thanks, Heather.